What is up? What is up, guys? This is the Mark with the Mic, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Red Cycle Link. I'm Mark with the Mic, along by Louis Beans.
What's up? What's up?
We got Super Showdown to review.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually quite a fun pay-per-view for the most part. I actually enjoyed it very much. I didn't see it at 5 a.m. I woke up like at 10 and watched, but
I actually watched it live. It felt funny watching it live. It was like,
yeah.
oh shit, this is actually happening.
Like, go to sleep.
Nah, but I wake up at like 1 in the morning anyway
Yeah.
for work, so that's what I do.
That works then. Yeah, so we had the pay-per-view in Australia, which I thought was gonna be kind of a gimmick like the Greatest Warrior Rumble was, but it actually felt like a pay-per-view that you really wanted to see.
The only complaint I still have is why the Shield, nobody had any of those belts. You know what I mean? That's about the only thing. But their match was all right for what it was.
Yeah. So we'll go down through our review. We'll talk about the week of wrestling, our matches of the week. We'll catch up with those questions that we missed last week. So one will be the best of all time, and then the other one will be, I'll tell you, your favorite all time, and I think is your favorite tag team of all time.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so Super Showdown came up. I guess we'll go through this really fast because it's somewhat of a big card. No kickoff, which I was happy about. Everything was on the show. It was a 4-hour show. And it felt like 4 hours.
No, it did. It actually felt like a smaller show.
Yeah.
Like a regular pay-per-view. It felt like a regular, not the super big ones, but
yeah. I think that's what I dug because it didn't feel like a long show. It felt like it was the right amount of time. Each match had the right amount of time. So I was happy with that.
So let's get into the card.
Yeah, first match was the tag team championships of SmackDown. The New Day versus the Bar. I think it was a great match to start the pay-per-view because these guys get the crowd in right away.
Okay, good.
I love when they mix the tag teams. I like when Xavier and Kofi get the tag team together because they bring a whole different style. They do a whole different tag moves. They do a whole different arsenal, which this is one thing about the New Day that's great is the fact that you have 3 guys you can mix from. They're always giving you something new within the tag match.
Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't see this one, so I don't have the input. So, what did you think, Mark?
Oh, I loved it. Really fun match. Basic. The Bar and New Day always have great chemistry, but having the smaller New Day guys in it, I think worked well because for the most part, you thought the Bar was going to win because they overpowered them in that sense. But it was a really fun match, really great match. A lot of great tag moves. I like Kofi's and Xavier's tag finisher that he pretty much does a backstabber and Kofi comes down with the like a coup de grace kind of move. Really fucking mean. So yeah, New Day keeps the belts, and I give this match a 4. It was a fun.
Okay, cool.
Next match was the SmackDown Women's Championship match. I was really hyped for this match. I wish it was a bit more aggressive, I guess, but I did enjoy this match a lot. So Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair.
Yes, I got to see this match.
You want to start on this one?
Again, that's just the same thing I feel about Becky is she can go a little bit harder. I feel. I don't mean like doing her thing. I just mean the aggression, the way she looks when she does stuff.
I think
but other than that, yeah, she was good.
In this match, she did it. Like she was going after the arm. My biggest thing was that Charlotte was not selling the arm.
No, what made me realize she's not as aggressive as she could have been was just when she went outside. I feel like them doing the walk away with the belt thing is a little overdone.
Yeah, and then she's like supposed to be kind of a face.
I feel like she should have just said, "Screw it," and I'm just gonna hit you with it from the get go. You know what I mean? Like that type of anger she has towards her. Is the thing that comes out in her promos. If you've seen even the stuff she said afterwards, she's like, I own her. Like, No, not really if you're left like that. So the way some of the little things, she has to change that up. But other than that, the match was actually really good. So I give it a
Yeah,
4.
I'll say this match as a women's, I think it was my favorite match of the women's matches throughout the card. You can see the chemistry. You can see that they just had to be more aggressive with it. I think they could tell a better story. Is the fact that I know what these girls are capable of. These are 2 of your top women in the wrestling federation. Honestly, I think Becky Lynch is a way better champ than Ronda Rousey right now. So it goes in that sense. Like Becky Lynch is acting like the baddest woman on the planet, and she sells it better. But in the matches, she has to sell it more. Like she has to be more aggressive with the suplexes. Go for that arm. Fucking try to break that arm during the ring. And I think that's one thing that I was a little disappointed is the fact that when she started working the arm, there was no selling on the arm, and then she stopped going for that arm. And I was like, yo, why are you not going after that shit?
Yeah.
And this is the thing, just in general of storytelling in the ring. You work the if your finisher is a freaking submission, you work the damn part.
Yes, that's true.
That's like wrestling 101.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my little gripe with the match. I did enjoy the match. I like these two go at it. They give you a good match. So I give it a 3.75 this time. Just the fact that I did like the match, but there's a lot of things that he needs to start showing, especially if you're trying to build Becky the way you are trying to build her.
Yes, definitely.
Can't always have Charlotte go over. Can't.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
That bothers me.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're gonna fight on SmackDown on Tuesday.
Yes, they are.
All right. Next match, they're returning John Cena.
Dad Cena, you mean?
Dad Cena. And Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens, Elias. It was.
I mean, the match was fine. I mean, Kevin Owens did his thing. Nothing really too much. I saw what they were going for. Keep John Cena out of the ring, and he comes in and he does his thing, which is what happened.
Exactly what happened.
It was just formulaic. That's about it. I guess I would give it a 3. That's no more than that.
I gave it a 2.5. Like I wanted some more out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
And Leo Rush wasn't there, which made me sad.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's Bobby Lashley's like all his personality.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
John Cena, Bobby Lashley take the win. Super Cena comes in the ring, does his 6 moves.
And again, I'm not one of those people who really cares too much what you do as your finisher, as long as the other guy makes it look fine. And Elias did his job, so whatever. He could have kicked him in the nuts. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Next match, the Iconics versus Asuka and Naomi.
Oh, that was a fun match. I like. Here's the thing. We understand that people have personality types. The match was good. Mm-hmm. My only gripe was the thing in the beginning. They didn't seem kind of bad. They just seemed really nice.
Yeah.
And I know they were hometown heroes. I understand. Mm-hmm. But again, when you're portrayed as being dicks on TV, like you're still gonna be dicks at home, right?
Yeah.
So that's my only little thing. But listen, it is what it is. It's the first time they've been there, so let them have it.
I thought the match was fun. It was a fun little match. It improvised the women's tag division that they were doing tag moves. I actually like that little tag move that Naomi and Asuka did.
That's true, but I like to say that the one thing I liked about the Iconics is that they will always show you why they're paired together, and they work very, very well together. So that came out during that match, and like you said, it is actually really cool to see these girls are taking this tag thing serious.
Yeah, and they're acting like a tag team. They don't act like two individuals wrestling.
Yes, yeah. So that's pretty cool.
I give them credit. Iconics won this match. I wasn't surprised with their hometown. I was surprised they won.
Yeah, we were talking about last episode, the curse of hometown. You usually lose.
Yeah, and this one, no.
Mm-hmm.
Next match, WWE Championship match, AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. I think this was my favorite match of the night.
Okay.
I think what we wanted from the Charlotte and Becky match, we got through this match.
Yeah, I
They
agree.
try to fuck each other up. I like the fact that he started from the apron. They just went out at each other.
And he came running from down the ramp. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was that's a veteran thing. It's like we got to sell that mood.
yeah.
You guys don't like each other. You're not waiting for the bell. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. AJ went for the leg. He went for that calf crusher. Samoa Jones had the match a couple times. Sadly, what I was saying to you, like I said, if Samoa Jones don't win it now, I don't think he's winning it anytime soon.
Okay, okay.
But it was a great match. I think this was probably one of their better matches. I think out of what they did in WWE, I think this was one of the top ones they did because I think the aggression level was so great. Like they beat the shit out of each other in this match.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would give this one a 4.5. Like they went for it.
Yeah.
Although, could I just say the promos that they were giving leading up to this, the last week, AJ said buried alive. So I'm just gonna say my expectations were kind of high.
Yeah, I was waiting for a shovel.
I was like, oh, they're gonna bring back the buried alive match, and no,
I was waiting for a hearse.
No, they didn't.
I was waiting for the Undertaker driving the hearse.
Yes. Also, yeah, I was expecting that to be involved in the Undertaker match, but we'll get there.
Yeah. So yeah, 4.5 for me. I think this was one of my favorite matches. I think one match outdid itself over this one, and I'll tell you, it'll be coming up soon. If WWE champ AJ Styles still retains the belt. Next match, Ronda Rousey and the Bellas versus the Wyatt Squad. I feel bad for the Wyatt Squad.
Yeah, I kind of do because Ruby and any other type of environment, I think Ruby Riott would have been champ at least once already.
Yeah.
As strong as they play her, you see, she's beat Sasha. She will beat. I mean, she has beat Ronda in the tag matches. So it's the way they play her is mystifying to me. How she can be so strong and so weak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I hate that they OD with Ronda. It's like being strong and this and that. And nothing fucking phase her. She sells really retardedly too. I'm not crazy about her. I honestly kind of fell asleep during the middle of the match. So I don't have a lot of good things to say about this match. So I'll give it a 2.
No, actually, it was all right. I like the character development because they kept some of the personal stuff, not really personal, with what's her name that got kicked in the face, Liv Morgan and Brie, and there's again those little things about wrestling are what I really like. So to see again the wrestlers going out of their way to have continuity, whereas if it's scripted they wouldn't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So at least I like that about the match. I would give it like a 2.
Yeah,
it wasn't terribly exciting.
I like the Wyatt Squad. I like all 3 women. I think Liv Morgan's finding her own her niche. I think Sarah Logan is very underrated and not used the way she should be used.
I think that she's not allowed to be on her own, but that's a part of the problem of being in a group that's so dominant. But I will say Michael Cole was, and to some extent Corey Graves, they were giving her the good word because they were mentioning all types of things. I didn't know she was a Viking lady. Yep. Did you know that?
Yeah, she's married to one of the War Raiders.
Oh, really? See, I didn't know nothing about her being a Viking lady. So, they taught you some new things.
Yep. Next match, I think this was my match of the night. Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, I agree. This was definitely my match of the night. I was actually happy because of like the fan reaction as well.
Oh, I think he got the biggest pop.
Well, listen, if it wasn't between him and the Iconics, you would have to be like, what's happening? You know, what I mean?
His was over the Iconics. Like I think his.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm saying if it wasn't either him or them, you would have to figure what's the matter with the people.
Yeah, exactly.
These are your hometown people, so you got to give him.
Like he got a bigger pop than AJ in the sense. Like it was loud. I was like, holy shit, go Buddy.
So I'm glad they people are recognizing how good he is.
We've been talking about so highly of Buddy Murphy since he arrived at 205 Live. He's he's great. Like he's really good, and I think he's just gotten better and better throughout his matches in 205 Live. His rivalry with Mustafa Ali, his rivalry with Cedric recently, Kalisto, and things like that. Like we've seen a lot of Magic matches with him. So I'm happy he got the belt. I'm happy he won it at his hometown, and you know what? Well deserved because this match was fucking great.
Yeah, he literally showed us why, everybody was going nuts for him. You
Yeah,
watch that match, you see him and Cedric tell a story in that match. They didn't need to see. That's the mark of a good storyteller,
yeah.
is you don't need outside stuff to make the match just like wow, to take you on a ride.
And also, Cedric Alexander, cool Iron Spider suit.
I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
it was the Iron Spider. I was like, oh, that's dope. Honestly, when I first looked at it, I thought it was Captain Marvel, and then I saw the webbing on the arms, and I was like, oh, that's Spider Man.
Okay, cool,
He
cool,
always
cool.
he did that. He did a Harley Quinn one.
Yeah, I did see that one. That was actually pretty cool because I like
I'm
the
all for
pattern.
that. Good job, Cedric Alexander. You're a good champ. You had some really good title defenses. I see the belt on you down the road again, but I think it's time to move that belt around. Have some more title contenders, and maybe Mustafa Ali would be the one to take it from Buddy.
True, true. We'll see what they do.
Yes.
That was my match tonight. I'll give it a 5.
Yeah, 5. That was my favorite match of the night. I think that was the match also I was looking forward to the most.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad I didn't miss it. I'm glad
Yeah.
it wasn't on a pre-show.
Yeah.
Good on them.
And they got time.
Yeah.
They got a
Well,
lot of good time.
You know what? How could they not? Because if they fucking didn't, you would think, oh, that sucks. Because that's, once in a lifetime. Well, not once in a lifetime, but once in a. This is the first Australian pay-per-view. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, great match. Congrats, Buddy Murphy, for his first main roster belt.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was an NXT tag champ.
Yes. People do
Next,
forget that.
next match, Shield versus Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler. Exactly. That's what I felt about this. It was a big chaos, but it was uncontrolled chaos, but it was okay.
It was what it was. The entrance was kind of slow, which is the part I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Was how they stood there. They hung on them being outside the ring coming in for so long.
Yeah.
It took forever for them to get into the ring. And it I think more the fans got FaceTime than the entire thing, because it was like, what's going on? This is taking forever, and the fans is just going nuts. Like just jumping in and making faces and whatnot. And it was like, this is not going the way I think it was planned. I mean, they look cool. They all look like smoke. Mm-hmm. Variations of smoke from Mortal Kombat. or the new Cybot. Yes, the new Cybot. So that was cool, right? I was a little sad they didn't powerbomb Braun to the table.
Me too. I was like, that bullshit.
I was also a little sad that it just that there was 3 dudes in this match that 2 out of 3 had belts.
Yeah,
singles belts. I feel like this might have been better served as a Universal Championship match or something else.
Those 4 matches that could have been title matches there.
You're right.
And that's what disappoints me when they do things like that. Yeah, I understand. But then again, also, what hurts me with this match is the fact that we've seen it every freaking week on Monday Night Raw, and I just didn't care.
Okay, I agree.
So I gave this a 3 for what it was. There was no really special anything that we have not seen before.
Yes.
And that was my big thing. It was the same shit, just all them together now.
You're not wrong.
So I gave it a 3. Next match, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. The winner will get a WWE Championship opportunity.
This match went great. If you're a fan of just The Miz getting a comeuppance, there was no more perfect way that the match could have ended.
I was fine with that because you know how much he fucked with him.
Yeah,
the whole time he does get 2 victories over him. This is the one match that he has no one there for him, no one there to help him. No way of him helping himself, and Bryan just beat the shit out of him.
And he stole it from him legally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing I liked about it. Like,
So I was fine with that. I see them fighting again eventually.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan wins the match, and he's gonna fight AJ Styles at Crown Jewel. I think.
Now, how do you feel about the spoilers, quote unquote, because of the information about the 4-way match?
I'm still fine with I'm fine with. You know what? I'm more fine with a 1-on-1 match than a 4-way match.
Yeah, I prefer it too. I prefer it too.
And especially in that stage of WWE Championship, the one championship that actually means something. Sorry, Roman, Universal is still second grade right now.
Yeah,
that WWE title, it gets defended, it gets shown, they do everything right with that WWE title, and they should be copying what they're doing with the Universal. But then they're like, no title defenses to Crown Jewel. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, that was another one of the decisions I saw. People were like, that doesn't look like a bad guy GM move, though. That's like, you're helping him. What are you doing?
I hope Corbin gets punched in the dick. I was like, if he would have said it like this, there would be no title shots unless it's me. Then I'm like, all right, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, see, yes, you.
That's a heel move, but no, it's like no title fan to Crown Jewel. Ha ha ha! I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. So again, there's a lot of stuff that's just not as great as it could be with that.
Yeah. But good match by Daniel Bryan and Miz. Daniel Bryan winning. The him versus AJ is going to be a big match. I can't wait to see it. We saw a glimpse of it on SmackDown, and they went at it, and it was a really beautiful match. And that was probably Daniel Bryan's first back into the thing. So now that Daniel Bryan been wrestling for a couple months, I think he's a better wrestler in that sense. Like he's not a rusty no more.
He's got his groove back. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is going to be I hope they keep it as a single match. I'm fine with it being a singles match.
Me too.
If they add one person, I would like to see Joe in it.
Well, we already know there's going to be 4. So Miz is going to get his turn to do something. I don't know what, but.
Or let Joe beat the shit out of the Miz.
Yeah.
Blame him for his loss.
I wouldn't mind that.
I hate you. You did it. You did this. You gave me the address. It failed.
You gave me the address.
Last match, Triple H versus The Undertaker. Triple H wins. Someone put a meme which made me laugh is the fact that you see Triple H kneeling after the win, and he like when you finally realize this was not WrestleMania. Oh. I was like, yeah, you could beat Taker outside of WrestleMania. He loses a lot. At WrestleMania, he doesn't lose much.
And also, he gets. I mean, listen, it's Triple H. He's gonna cheat. So stop it. We know what's gonna happen. And like you said, it happened. He did it. I thought the match was actually pretty entertaining. I would give it a 3.5, like if I had to rate it. But like for me, it was fun.
It was a fun match.
It very much reminded me of that era. Not so much. Not so much when he was unstoppable Undertaker, but kind of around the American Badass era.
Yeah,
it was like
he was just a jerk.
True. Yeah, because you saw how pissed he got when Triple H kicked out and he punched the ref. Like that's like old school WWE right there. You get pissed off and fuck the ref.
It's funny seeing Shawn Michaels bald.
This is true.
It's hilarious.
But
he looks like a little old man now.
Well, you know what? I noticed something about him and Undertaker that makes me laugh now. They both have like bow-legged man syndrome.
Yep.
And there's only Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. I'm like, why they both got bow legs? What's up with that?
They ride them horses.
Oh, is that true?
I guess. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Because I was just like, that's hilarious.
It was a fun match. I give it a 4 because of the entertaining aspect. I thought it was like a full entertaining match. It was just fun to watch them all do it. This is probably the best Taker match we've seen since the last Triple H Taker match at WrestleMania.
Okay, because I don't remember that one. That was the one they kept showing footage of?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I think it was a fun match. It deserved the spot it did. I was fine with it, so I give it a 4.
And it's the last time ever.
I hope so. They say that all the time.
I know.
And
I
then
know.
there'll be like 5 other matches. First time ever, part 2.
Oh shit.
Look at Rock and Cena.
Now
Rock
tell
Cena
me.
was supposed to be a one-time over.
Now tell me, have they ever do you think Shawn Michaels and Undertaker's gonna have a thing?
Um, hmm.
It
Shawn
seems like
Michaels,
it might.
yeah, Shawn Michaels looks like he's in shape. Like he
Mm-hmm.
could probably do one more match, and he wants to. I know the match that he wants to do is between Gargano or AJ. Those are the 2 people he really wants to work with.
Oh yeah, I understand. I
So,
definitely understand that.
yeah, so we'll see. It'll be probably around WrestleMania time when they actually do it. So you'll find out if Triple H, if HBK is actually going to wrestle. Um,
If they do it like this and keep it entertaining, I damn sure wouldn't mind it.
yeah, and I think he still could go. Like the one thing with Shawn Michaels is different from Taker is that Shawn Michaels is a small guy, so like his knees is not going to give out like Trick Taker does and shit like that. And Taker
Okay.
has bad legs and he has a lot of weight on him.
Oh well, one of the moves that happened, like I thought it was bad because I know Undertaker had hip surgery and Triple H caught
Yeah.
him right in the fucking midsection. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, but he hits him the opposite side.
Oh really? Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
I think that was the reason why Triple H would Taker was happening because Triple H is probably the safest person for Taker to work with.
Okay, now I understand.
Triple H knows Taker inside and out. He knows what he can't do and what can do, what he needs to help him with, and things like that. So that's a, that's the logic of why he put them together.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the match was good. The match was good.
We had a great week of wrestling in general too. Like the second round of Mae Young Classic was that.
Oh, I did watch that.
Oh
Yeah.
man, the Tony Storm and the Japanese Godzilla, the Lady Godzilla match, and
Okay.
the other
Yeah.
one, Michelle, what's her name? The main event, the last match.
Uh, not the wait. See, I might be a week behind. I
Yeah,
I saw the Japanese lady and the girl with the tattoos.
yeah, her.
That was the same one.
That was the last. That was the beginning of the second round.
Okay, so that's where I was. So I must have missed one.
You missed the last of the second, the Io Shirai.
Okay, see, that's what I did not
Miss
see.
Io Shirai, and that you need to go see that. It was her versus Zaya Brookside, and that was actually a fun match too.
Okay.
Zaya
Okay.
Brookside is going to be a feature. She's only 19 years old, and she's talented already.
Gotcha. Okay.
She kind of reminds me of Paige in that sense. Paige was that young when she was getting through NXT and shit. So yeah, yes, Satomura versus Martinez was a crazy
Yo,
match
that
too.
match was awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, Tony Storm versus Lady Godzilla, and then that match, I was like, holy crap! Even the real Rita Ripley versus the little one, I actually liked the match because she was selling her as a little thing and trying to be overconfident and stuff. I liked Rita Ripley's like attitude, and I think she sells me with her attitude. The Lane versus Cody match was okay. I wasn't crazy about it. But the rest of that show was like on point. Those matches were crazy.
Okay, nice. Good to hear that.
But yeah, Mae Young Classic. If you're not watching it, definitely watch it. It's been a lot better than last year's. I think the competitive nature of this year's is just there. Like everyone, like there's a lot of returning people that kind of have a big more opportunity to go for it and stuff like that. I still have my pick for the final, and I think like so far is looking like it.
Oh, okay.
So I had my pick for the final from day one before we even did the tournament, and it was Io Shirai versus Tony Storm. I think that's going to be the final.
You don't think the Japanese, the other one, is going to be her in the final?
I think Io Shirai is going to beat her.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, I think that's going to be her last match.
Okay.
But amazing Mae Young Classic is really good. If you're not watching it, yo, seriously, WWE Wednesday night, the whole freaking lineup, the 3 hours is probably better than Raw. If you want to watch
Yeah.
wrestling, skip Monday, watch Wednesday.
Watch Wednesday. Yep.
Because 205 Live been on all cylinders. NXT been on fire on all cylinders, and Mae Young Classic too been on fire on all cylinders. Like every matches are good. Every matches have a point. The storylines are pretty good. Even NXT, like NXT is very simple storylines, but they're great. I really enjoyed this episode as well. Johnny Gargano versus Tony Nese. Holy shit, that was
I was like, wait a second. Wait, that's Tony Nese. Oh shit. And then they had an amazing match, and I was like, Jesus, Tony,
so
don't leave Tony.
What I was reading is that Tony NXT and 205 are going to share people.
Oh, good. So
you may not see like Kalisto, but you'll see Grant Metalik, Lindsay Dorado, you'll see Tony Nese, you'll see TJP. And TJP has some good matches in NXT already. So I was like, all right, I'm down for that as well. Him and Nakamura had a really good match.
Yes, they did.
So I'm all fine with that. I kind of just wish they all record together. Like I wish it was in Full Sail. I think the crowd would just be more into it. Even though the crowd are picking up more and more, like the matches are intense.
I was gonna say that about NXT. I was gonna say that about 205 this past week. It was like, yeah, the crowd was actually, they got on board this week from the get go.
I like this. WWE has a lot of good stuff, and then they have Raw. Raw is, I think, Raw is the one that's just like and the thing is, Raw, I'm not gonna give it a little credit, is that they have good matches.
Okay.
It's just everything around it is not good.
All
They'll
right.
have some good matches. You get some good matches out of there. Like I actually liked it, the Gable match. The Gable versus Ascension. I liked the match. I thought it was good. I think Gable working with the Ascension has actually been pretty good. Like they work with him really well, especially Victor. Victor has good matches with him. That was a match that was very underrated too. It was Gable versus Victor like 2 weeks ago. It was a really good match. Very short, but very good match. And no one really said nothing about it.
I don't think they like to let people see those matches on the the short version.
Yeah, they don't.
So that I had to seek that out, and I did see it, and that was actually pretty good. I was actually pretty happy.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a fun match. But Wednesday night is probably the best night of wrestling. Going to SmackDown too. SmackDown been great. The mixed match challenge has been fun. Like there's a lot of good things, and then there's Raw.
It's just that Raw is the home of the no continuity.
Yeah.
So things will happen on Raw, and it's like, well, are we going to continue that? No. The only thing that seems to keep traction is the main storyline. That's it.
Yeah. And Ronda.
Yeah. See, the women's thing has a main line, but it's mostly just praising Ronda and letting her destroy everybody. Like, this honestly is what it is.
Yeah.
And then on the men's side, it's mainly the Shield. Like Kevin Owens and Elias, they're doing their thing, getting people upset, which is great for heels. But like, what are they doing?
My thing of what I will do, and seriously, if you're gonna keep the Shield, they pretty much keep a Shield babyface, destroy the Shield.
Yeah.
Take the belts away. Have them be the underdogs and having to fight with the GM, fight with everyone, and then build their ways back into getting these belts back, because them having the belts doesn't really change nothing.
Also, I just think they don't seem to be in a position where like they can. It doesn't make any sense for them to be this way where they're not defending. That's the thing that bothers me so much. They're in a position where they're not defending. They're supposed to be defending.
What was the best thing Seth Rollins did this
year? Open challenge, dude.
Exactly. And that was the first thing that came up in your mind, is the open challenge. That was what was making Raw entertaining, is when Seth Rollins had these open challenges, fighting anything. He gave Mojo Rawley probably one of his best matches, and you decide not to use him again after that. That was dumb on your part, and you could have built him easily as a heel. You could have gave him a match with No Way Jose and see where that went.
Somebody, people were also picking up on that fact. It's like, this guy's got nothing to do. Like, he should have been in a mixed match challenge with somebody.
Yeah.
Like I mean, even if you got people to job out like first round.
Yeah, you have Jinder Mahal and Lisa Fox who pretty much are jobbing out everyone. Like you could
Yes,
easily
yeah.
put No Way Jose in that.
Mm-hmm.
Have him with Dana Brooke. Have them dance together.
Exactly. Something to get these people on TV and
Yeah,
motivated. Yeah.
exactly. And even last year, I gave credit because they had Apollo and Nia Jax.
Yes, you're right. You're right. So yeah.
So yeah, Raw needs a lot of continuity. They need better story. I say like after this Crown Jewel and going to Survivor Series, they should just change everything up. Honestly, I'll say have every belt change into a heel or baby, whatever they're gonna fuck go with it. I'll say have the Shield drop all the belts.
I would just be like, you got to keep the stories, you know, going, dude. That's my main problem with it, because a lot of stuff I don't care about.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm only watching for one thing, and
Mm-hmm.
then everything else is just they're talking a little bit and then they wrestle.
And sadly, I really miss Dean Ambrose on SmackDown.
True.
Dean Ambrose was a WWE champion on SmackDown. Like he probably was probably the best SmackDown champion besides AJ. Like, and he don't get the credit he deserves, but by his mic, him going toe to toe with John Cena on the mic, him going with Ziggler and bringing him down to a few pegs. People don't realize how good he was as champion until you lost him as champion.
Mm-hmm. Or
But
just as a wrestler in general.
I go back to Dean Ambrose's WWE title run, and he had such a good run.
Mm-hmm.
Like his matches quality were great. I say the only match I say wasn't that good, that could have been better, was that WrestleMania match.
And which one was that? Not the Brock Lesnar one.
It was him versus Ziggler. No, it was SummerSlam.
Okay.
It was him versus Ziggler. I felt that match should have been more personal because the way Dean Ambrose brought his ass down, saying that you're just a comedian that's acting like a wrestler kind of shit.
Gotcha.
I think it should have been more like fighting wise. And you had Miz on point. You had Miz that could have easily been WWE champ there too. But then you also had like Dean Ambrose is cutting promos on John Cena, like directly to his face, saying that you're just a part timer now, things like that. Made you interested.
Mm-hmm.
Him versus Cena were great matches also. I wish they actually main evented that too.
Wow. Yeah, like that's a lot. That's a lot of lost opportunity.
I love Dean Ambrose. I think Dean Ambrose, to be honest with you, like he's always been one of my favorite person in the Shield, because I think his promo sold me. Like especially when they first started, when he was the U.S. champ, he was great.
I can see that. I could definitely see that.
I love Seth Rollins, but I like Seth Rollins after the Shield. I think he really came to his own after the Shield. But it was Dean Ambrose. That was his group when they first started. Dean Ambrose was the leader of the Shield.
I didn't know.
Well, he was the main guy talking. Roman couldn't really talk. Seth wasn't great on the mic as well at the time either. It was mainly Dean Ambrose talking.
Okay.
And for a while, he was the only one with a belt too.
Really? Didn't know that.
He held the U.S. title for like a year.
Wow. See, they don't know what they got till it's gone. Yep. Exactly.
I miss Dean Ambrose on SmackDown. I really hope they do a shake up and bring him back. I honestly though I don't want to see anyone leave SmackDown though.
I mean,
I think their roster is great. Like I think they could do more on their shows, like especially with Nakamura. But as U.S. champion, they should show him more. He's not really shown a lot. I understand, like again, like I always said this to you too, like not everyone has to be shown on TV. I understand that, but there's also a way to show them about having them to really be on TV, like have them have an interview with the title, or have them do a little skit and shit. But those are a lot of things they could do with him.
Yeah, I agree about that. Definitely agree.
Because again, like what we were saying on Raw, we see the same shit over and over again. We don't need to see the Shield every day. We don't need to see Braun Strowman every day. You could have Balor and KO main event Monday Night Raw, and we'll be excited as fuck.
Yeah, you know what just popped up on the network?
Yeah,
Beast in the East, and that was like that was a historic match, dude. The way they framed that, Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens, like when he had that awesome custom, that very Japanese inspired demon makeup, the full body one.
Yeah, man.
That match was amazing.
Yeah.
And that crowd went fucking nuts for him. And just to see that was 2015.
Yeah.
And to see that wasted.
Yeah.
And was it correct? Wasn't that for like the NXT championship?
Yeah, that was his title. That was when he won the title.
That was when he won it. Like, dude, that was so good. And it really does make me sad to see him not going anywhere.
Yeah. So that's my gripe with Monday Night Raw. You don't have to have. We don't need Shield every day.
No.
You could have parts of the Shield, but you don't need Shield every day. You don't need Braun Strowman every day. He's a monster. He's a big guy, and the way you're booking him, you suck at it.
Like, I feel bad. Okay, here's the thing. I feel bad. I was thinking about it not too long ago, maybe a few days ago. Why is Braun Strowman no longer being a monster anymore? He's just standing there with two guys now.
I know.
He's like a. I was thinking to myself, the way they portray Braun Strowman now, he reminds me of like the Kingpin, where he's a big smart man that has henchmen. Yeah. And it's like, why you got henchmen?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Like, I think with Strowman, I feel like they could have easily broke the mold of the big guy babyface if they really invested the time in Strowman being a monster, but being an underdog in a way as well. You could have easily had like every single match him and Roman had, the Shield came and fucked them up.
And yeah, I was gonna say they ruined
that one match, that one time the Shield can't help. That's when he wins the belt.
That should have been Hell in a Cell.
Exactly.
But they portrayed it the other way, where that's one of the weirdest moves they've made, and this is why I say the continuity of Raw is off.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman for the longest time, and we know what made him popular was he wasn't really aligned to anybody. At first, he was literally just after Roman. If you remember that, he had a singular focus, and they put the time and the production behind it.
Yeah.
Again, I always bring back up the fact they don't disavow it. They tried to kill each other.
Yeah.
So why are they just dropped that? Why does he have henchmen when he's a monster?
Yeah.
That's my thing. They're bringing him back down to a human level, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't like.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's really
not consistent either. It isn't.
Yeah. But talking about good things in wrestling, NXT, EC3 versus Dark Sullivan was actually.
That was a good. That was when you look at those two guys though, you just say, "Oh man, those are some big motherfucking human beings." Those are big boys. Like
we did talk about Johnny Wrestling versus Tony Nese, which was freaking amazing.
Yes.
We seen another thing by the Forgotten Sons, which I'm still like I'm not fully sold on them yet.
I like the match they had with Street Profits. Apparently, that dude really got his nose broken, but that kind of added to the match. But like, they can go and they can be. I could see they're working on their characters. Like they're the one dude, the scary guy. Yeah. He's just intense for I don't know what happened to him in his childhood, but he's intense as fuck.
I feel Nese needs to stay in NXT. I really want to see him versus Ricochet.
Oh wow! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And then you also had Candice LeRae versus Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans, that's a good match too. I like Lacey Evans.
And I think Candice LeRae is really good as well. You know, it was funny, and I think you mentioned it. I think a couple weeks ago, and I think that's actually going to happen. I actually think Candice LeRae is the one that took out Alexa Black.
Really? Okay. Again, I guess like that would be a good twist, and I can see why.
Yeah, because you want to know why I think that is because Nikki Cross knows something, and she's the one that's really doing it, and then that'll start something with Candice LeRae and Nikki Cross.
Yeah, you're right.
That'd be interesting. Just a guess
though. But I mean, listen, they got us thinking that, right? Like, see, it's a good job on them.
Like I actually think it was Johnny Gargano. Like I'm thinking it's gonna be Gargano. By the end of the time when this guy returns, he's gonna get kicked in the head.
I'm thinking it's gonna be I'm really thinking it's gonna be a woman, a surprise.
And that's why I'm thinking it's gonna be Candice LeRae.
We'll see.
That she'll do anything for Johnny.
How close do you think they are to spilling the beans?
Probably a couple weeks away.
Okay.
Remember, the next takeover is like in Survivor Series,
So how far is that?
November.
Okay, so they got a month. Yeah, yeah. I can see them dragging it out. Okay.
So one thing we're talking about NXT. NXT may be going 2 hours very soon.
Whoa, that's a big deal.
They may be going 2 hours, and they may be having 3 hour pay-per-views.
That's a big deal.
Yeah,
That's a real big deal.
because now the roster is so big, and for one show only having 3 matches, and they have about a good 50 people. You need that time, and I think NXT won't change much. It just be a couple more good matches.
That's a real big deal,
I
though.
feel like
Damn.
they could do more with the tag division. They could do more with the women's division. They could even have the women's tag division if they really had the extra hour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where women's the tag division is going to start. I have a feeling NXT is going to be the first one to put it out.
Really? Wow. Hmm.
Because it's looking in that way. Because they're planning what I was reading. They're planning to introduce another belt at Takeover, and I think that's going to be the women's tag belt.
Wow. I realize, dude. I like to see it.
Yeah.
I like to see it.
But yeah, I think NXT should go. It should have been 2 hours a long time ago. Like I think it should have been 2 hours while Balor was champion. To be honest.
How do you feel about a second women's belt though? 'Cause
Um,
they have no mid tier belt, so they don't ever get to have that feeling of mid card woman.
honestly, I just feel that the tag belts is should be a first step
Mm-hmm.
because the
Mm-hmm.
way, like, and we've talked about this many times. I feel like people could make a career as a tag team. They
Yeah.
don't have to be single competitors and have to rely. They could rely on someone to talk. They could be a good wrestler and rely on someone to talk, and that'd be great. You could have a whole career in a tag division, but the men only could do it. The women can't. So having a tag division could help a lot of the girls are not really good on the mic, but they can wrestle, or if they could talk and not wrestle. Look at Enzo Amore; he was great at tag team because he could talk, and the other one could wrestle.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I feel like the tag team needs to be first because I think there's a lot of pairs. Two, even though there's a lot of single competitors, I think you could start working people as a tag team, like Tegan Knott and this chick Dakota Kai. They've been working as a tag team on shows.
Okay.
Things like
Okay.
that. But I wouldn't mind a mid tier. Look, again, I'm all for the women's. I love the women's wrestling. I love what I'm seeing, especially with the Mae Young Classic, things like that. I think they could go as hard as the guys or even better. It's like those Mae Young Classic matches are fucking great. Um, I just think the tag division helps. The tag being a tag helps a lot and developing people that normally wouldn't get that chance in a way.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand. I understand.
And I think that's my thing with the tag. But I think a mid tier card belt would be great
I'll tell
if
you
they
why I say.
establish a tag
I'll
belt.
tell you why I say that. They need one is because it changed when there's a mid card goal,
Yeah,
it changes how you think about the people who are wrestling.
yeah,
So then some people who are like they're not ready for a main champ, but you feel like Ty, like somebody like him
yeah,
is deserving of US, intercontinental
yeah,
because we feel he's not ready to be the big man.
yeah.
So why can't a woman be in that position
I
as
feel that.
well?
I feel that. You know what? I agree with that too. Because look at like you could probably start Dana Brooke with IC
Yeah,
women's
man,
title
something,
and just
yeah.
see how she handles it. That's
Like
what
who would have been the perfect person to be a mid card women's title? Emma.
Emma.
Emma would have been like the perfect person to be
Yeah,
like. We know the fans know she's good, but she's also was physically capable in the ring to keep you interested, and that's the thing that a mid card title it helps to elevate,
yeah.
give you a boost. So why
I
not?
I feel like to adding those belts, I think the women need their own show.
Yeah. So and you said there's a rumor of that too, right?
Yeah, there's a rumor that they make it an hour show. So I think if they do things like that, they do need their own time slot because then
Yes, I agree.
And then it just gets cluttered, and everyone doesn't get time on the TV when you just shove all the belts into one thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like they need their little outlet as well.
I agree. But if NXT does go extra hour, there you go.
Yeah, I could see a women's intercontinental belt. I could see a women's US title, which most likely WWE branded with the same belts as the guys. Pretty much that's what they've been doing.
Okay.
So it might be a women's IC, women's
North American or something like that.
US title.
Mm.
If it's on the main roster, if it's on NXT,
I
then
understand.
you probably kind of go in that way because women's wrestling never really went by weight, so you can't really do it by weight class because that's usually what was
That's
it.
true. That's true.
The WWE title used to be it's usually was called the heavyweight title because
Yes.
it was guys over 220 pounds, and then Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart kind of broke that mold.
And Jericho, he unified them two belts.
But Bret was one of the first to carry it under 220.
Really? For all that time?
Yeah.
So then that means they went back because remember that whole Jericho saga was way after that.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah, and they went back into because Austin was over 240, Triple H was 260, Rock was 240, 250, and things like that. But then you had Benoit, which was 219, Eddie Guerrero, which was 225.
Yeah. He was at the line, yeah.
Shawn Michaels was under 220. Jeff Hardy was 225. So you had a lot of mix during that time. But at the time, it was called the World Heavyweight title.
Got you. Understood.
Yeah. So again, I will that's the thing with the women's, like you can't really go by weight class because they only go weight. They don't have weight clarifications on their belts. So the only person that actually gets her weight called is Nia Jax.
Understood.
But yeah, women's IC, women's US. I'm all for that. I'm all down for more interaction with these women because I think a lot of them are really talented and a lot of them deserve some belts around their waist.
You're right.
Talking about wrestling, SmackDown was really good. We saw Ty Dillinger get his finger broken.
Oh, jeez.
I'm liking this.
That was rough to watch because you ever had your finger caught in something?
Yeah, I was like, oh. I like the fact that they're giving Ty Dillinger a push.
Yes, he's getting work.
Him working with Orton and Nakamura is going to be a big thing. I think they're going to have a 3-way for the U.S. title or 4-way with Jeff Hardy. So I see Ty Dillinger getting the belt soon. He's part of the Nakamura thing, and Randy Orton just doesn't like him because of the stupid 10, and he decided to make it 9 and try to break one of his fingers.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
And you know what's cool? Ty Dillinger sent him a tweet to he said, "Hey Randall, my finger's okay. You see a skull, X-ray middle finger."
Oh, nice. Nice.
It was great. Again, what we always talk about, stories stay consistent on SmackDown.
Yeah,
everything is being built. Not everyone has to be on the show, but they're shown as if it has to be connected, it connects into the show. But like AJ wasn't there. AJ didn't have to be there. He did his little storyline and not being there. And those are great things to do. This SmackDown, I enjoyed Mixed Match Challenge a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Go into that one because I didn't see. That's probably the only one I haven't seen consistently.
So Mixed Match Challenge this week was Balor and Bayley versus Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox, and you also had Uso and Naomi versus Rusev Day and Lana Day.
Oh wait, can we go into that story?
Yeah, the Milwaukee, the one night.
The Milwaukee, yeah. I like how it hasn't ended in 1 week.
Yeah.
And they're keeping the thread going. And so, what did you think about this?
So
the video, his quote unquote TMZ deal.
So what Aiden English is showing was a promo back in like a couple 6 months ago when she was asking him to manage her. So he's just putting certain words into it.
Yes.
To make it sound like it like that, but it was pretty much her asking him to manage her.
And here's the funny thing is that Lana actually said there's more to the video.
Yeah.
Rusev just wouldn't listen. That's the funny part. It's just like,
oh, fuck this guy.
It's hilarious.
But you know what? That means you have storylines off the belts as well.
Yes.
Which
something to do. Something to do.
There's always something to do. And Rusev is up there. I say that he deserves to be a part of a main title picture as well soon.
Mm-hmm.
He did get his shine for the WWE title. Hopefully, we see him back in that shine again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, consistently, SmackDown's just been better, like hands down better than Raw.
Yes.
But
so you were saying about the mixed match, yeah.
So we had Naomi and Lana have like a dance off.
Again? Okay.
They did a dance off during the match, and they had a crazy dance off. She tagged Jimmy, and then Jimmy was like, "Oh, let's have a dance off too." So him and Rusev had a dance off.
Now tell me, how was it?
Jimmy did his little running man thing, and then he got kicked in the head.
Nice. Awesome.
But one thing I give them credit is that they kept the storyline going. So Rusev is still kind of mad at Lana.
Okay.
So the Usos used that to their advantage.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Exactly. But then again, like I was saying, like last week's and the one with AJ, like they didn't continue their story. Like, Charlotte didn't sell her arm. Like after.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
So at least they kept that going. They kept the story line going.
Good.
Yeah. So it was fun.
That's mixed match. Is that SmackDown people?
It's both Raw and SmackDown.
No. I don't mean the people participating. I mean the people like in the charge of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, because you could tell.
Yeah. And you have pretty much like it's 5 teams of each. So it's 5 team Raw, 5 team SmackDown, and now it's by rank is by like wins and losses. It's not just one match like last year's.
So they have like a point system or anything?
They have standings, yeah. They have standings.
Oh, even better. Nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna start seeing some more matches. I like the pairing of Bailey and Balor.
Can you tell me has their team done any like cool stuff? Do they have tag moves or anything? Or because I saw the entrance, it looked hilarious. It looked awkward as hell.
Yeah.
Like Finn got attacked by the wavy tube man.
Yeah, the cool thing about it that these are things they used to do on NXT shows, so they had that chemistry already.
Ah, nice.
Like and in the ending of live shows, him and Bailey used to do stupid things. They used to do like the dirty dancing scene.
Really? Oh shit!
Like she'll come and he'll carry her and things like that. Yeah, they used to do like little things like that on the NXT live shows.
Well,
so
cool.
They had that chemistry, which is cool. So they're just gonna have fun with each other. They did some tag moves in this one. I think they were pretty unique with it too.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You said their opponents were who now?
Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox, which they have 2 losses now.
So is there elimination or like if you get too many losses? No.
I think everyone wrestles each other once.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they still have 3 more matches to go.
So as of this point, who is in the lead? Asuka and Miz?
Well, there's 3 teams that are undefeated and 2 teams that lost already. Great.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 3 teams that are 1-0, and then there's 1 team that's 0-2, and the other one is 0-1.
Okay. Cool.
Right now, Alicia Fox and Jinder Mahal are in last place.
I mean, as they are on the regular show.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Exactly. But you know what? Jinder Mahal was WWE champion.
Can't take that away from him.
Alicia Fox was the WWE Divas champion too.
And you can't take that away from her either.
So they're former champions, so they had a belt.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people cannot say that.
I mean, like for real, yeah. When you look at the talent pool and the people who have never had, it's like, damn, all right.
Yeah, it's ridiculous sometimes. It is ridiculous, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun thing to watch. I like the mixed match challenge. I think they do a good job with it.
Good.
Yeah, I found a picture of the Hey Randall middle finger.
Ha ha ha. Nice.
I think I'll post that up. I think that would be the cover. All right. Last but not least, we forgot to do the challenges. The 30-day wrestling challenge, which we're doing it like just through the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So the next two questions will be your favorite wrestler ever. I guess we'll do a top five, and your favorite tag team ever. And we could do that. So that's the top five.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So wrestlers ever. My number one always been Bret the Hitman Hart. I think he was the one that kind of got me really into wrestling.
Okay.
Number two would be Chris Jericho throughout the years. Like he's been always been constantly one of my favorites. Three will be Shawn Michaels. Four will be. Damn, this is where it gets tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm going by childhood and now, and one of my favorites now is AJ Styles. So I gotta give him that credit. So AJ Styles is up there, and my top five, who rounds it up. I was such a huge Sting fan when I was a kid, so I think
Yeah,
Sting
yeah.
would take it.
Well, look, Sting teamed up with RoboCop.
Yeah.
Listen, that's legendary.
I thought that was so badass, and then I watched it now, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
do chills.
I mean, but you know what? I'll never take that away from wrestling. Only wrestling can get away with such cornballish stuff. You know what I mean?
My honorable mention is Kane. Kane would be number 6.
Okay.
I love Kane.
So not limited to any federation, right?
No, not limited to any federation. It's your favorites of all time.
Cause shit, Norman Smiley might be in my list. I'm just joking.
Norman Smiley, wow, the wiggle,
the big wiggle. Oh, with the umpire gear. Remember when he was like, kind of like that hardcore guy. Yeah, like the big wiggle with the baseball, the hat backwards, and the catcher's mat. No. He's not number one. My number one will probably be just of all time till now. If you asked me earlier, it would have been like Rock.
Yeah.
But you know what? For real, it's Macho Man.
He'll be in my top 10.
Macho Man is like, he's the essence of what I think a wrestler is. He's always in character. You know what I mean? Like, even when he's just a regular guy, like he still got that madness to him. That he seems a little. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Macho Man is Macho Man.
Yeah.
No matter where he goes, no matter what he did, he was Macho Man. So, listen, you might think of me differently, but my favorite ever Macho Man was kind of a little bit after the NWO because I liked when he went crazy.
Okay.
And he just nobody kind of okay. You remember the feud he had with DDP?
Yeah, the madness.
Like when he got hurt.
Yeah.
And he had the crutch.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to postpone the match they were gonna have, and that was some WCW fuckery. But just that point where he sat in the chair with the ring in the ring, and he was like the first one to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, sit in the chair and I'm not gonna move.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a lot of crazy shit. Also same for the man. Shout out to Botchamania. Don't corpse in the ring. Don't laugh in the ring. Macho Man will come and get you. Number 2, I would say Jericho. Yeah. If anybody's fighting for the title of greatest of all time, it's Jericho. Like, that dude's done so much, been so many places, and been on top. Like, it's crazy. And he's entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't, find anything, like, really negative to say. It's like, the dude's been good everywhere he's been, and he's continuing to be good even now. So that's number 2. Number 3 would probably be Rock, because I was a huge Rock fan from when he was like late Nation to like SmackDown Hotel, Strudel. Like when he started getting catchphrases, that's kind of when he started like peaking for me. But even when he came back bald the first time and he was an asshole,
I love that.
That was kind of my favorite Rock. When he first started getting the tattoo, and he was a dick to Hurricane.
Yes, that was
The
probably one of my favorite things, and he put Hurricane over.
Yes, and he did the movie star rock with the long ass intro, the
Yes, that was dope.
flyover, the is cooking.
I
Just
love that theme. I actually thought that was one of my favorites.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like
Yeah,
people sleep on how many times rock has evolved.
yeah,
They get stuck at one part. They either go, when he was feuding with John Cena, I didn't like him. It's like, listen, he did a lot of great shit before that.
yeah.
And not for nothing, when he first started wearing the quote unquote $500 shirts,
Mhm.
like that was amazing. That was like No Mercy era. That was like
Yeah.
the hottest shit. Like, come on, people forget that. So Rock is number 3. Number 4, this one is a shocker, maybe, but Ultimo Dragon.
Ultimate Dragon, yeah,
Ultimo Dragon.
he's amazing.
Ultimo Dragon, I think he might be the best physical wrestler ever. I don't really think I've ever seen him have a bad match.
Nah, he was
Even in WWE or F, when he wasn't spotlighted.
he almost busted his ass once, but he still performed a good match.
Like, yeah, he's up there.
He's a legend.
He's a legend everywhere he's gone, and he's one of the few dudes that I've actually taken the time to go back and look at his stuff from before I was like aware of him. That dude is a legend.
He was also a guy that was just well respected by everybody. Like,
And yeah,
everyone has something good to say about
and
him.
you know what I'll say? He's one of those few people that put other people on the map. The matches between him and Rey Mysterio are some of the best matches I've ever seen, period. In WCW. Like him and even him and Jericho, dude. Like, go back. It's there. It's on the network if you want to see it. Him and Jericho, him and Rey Mysterio, him and Eddie.
Yeah.
Dude. Him and La Parka. Dude.
He'd be in my top 10.
Him and Psychosis. Dude.
Him and Ray will be in my top 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Rock and Austin also would be in my top 10.
So he's number 4. Number 5 is hard. Because I want to say Rey Mysterio. But I also want to say like Brett. Technically Hogan. Because I'm not going to lie. Hogan was one of the dudes that got me into wrestling, period. I can't deny that fact.
I never liked Hogan.
Really? Wow.
I like Warrior and Macho.
The reason I like Hogan was just it was the very what we would call generic. It was like the John Cena appeal.
Yeah.
He was larger than life. He had the music. Still one of my favorite wrestling themes to this day.
Yeah.
But you know what? Him being a dick in real life, you know what? That takes him down a peg. I will say I will give the number 5 spot to Kurt Angle. I think he deserves it from me. Kurt Angle. He's one of the most entertaining wrestlers I've ever seen. He's fought everybody. Had amazing matches around the world. Yeah, almost every federation. Even when he was fucked up, he was still performing at up until he got to WWE recently. He was still performing like at a top level.
Yeah.
And entertaining. So that's my 5.
That's good. That was a good 5. I like your 5.
Mm-hmm.
Respect your 5. Yeah, like I think Rey Mysterio, Rocks, Austin, Ultimo Dragon, and Great Muta will round up in the top 10.
Yeah.
I love the Great Muta.
Yeah, for me, like Austin would be there. Not for nothing. Triple H would be there too.
Triple H would make the top 20. He did some jerk shit that so I was like, I
know of him and the Clique and all that stuff. That's why I wouldn't put Kevin Nash up there or Scott Hall.
I hate Kevin Nash. I hate Kevin Nash with passion.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Hall is okay in my book. I don't like Kevin. I never liked Kevin Nash.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a good list though. I like, you know what, the one that you saw that was mine was Ultimo Dragon. I think Ultimo Dragon was my favorite cruiserweight. Between him and Rey Mysterio, like my 2 top cruiserweights of all time.
For real, cruiserweight wrestling is like some of my favorite wrestling, period. But it's not the stuff that they promote today. It's not just dudes taking high risk. Yeah. It's a style. It's like the flexibility that they had, like dudes standing on their heads, like the that all type of technical stuff too. Like Dean Malenko, now it's hard. I'm hard pressed not to put him there too, because like I really like that style of wrestling.
So
Small guy, fast, technical.
If you look at some of the guys now, like not every single one, but if you look at certain people, look at Mustafa Ali and Buddy Murphy's matches, or TJP.
TJ, yeah, TJP.
They're a big example of the old and the new cruiserweight style.
Mm-hmm.
They do technician, they work the ground, they work their limbs and stuff like that, but they also tell a story. And still have that big, like, athletic appeal as well.
Yes. That is another underrated thing about just wrestling in general, telling a story while you're wrestling.
And
or why are you doing this to this part? You know what I mean? That whole thing, yeah.
Exactly. Like freaking we saw last week, Mustafa Ali just doing the 450 on the dude's leg.
AJ did it to AJ did it to Joe. Yeah.
They're doing it because they want to take the guy down.
Yep.
The last question is the greatest tag team. Your favorite? We'll do your top 5 tag teams of all time.
All five is the Steiner brothers. No,
mine's honestly to this day, like I think they're one of my favorite. They're probably 3 of my favorite people.
Okay.
I highly regard them like in a bigger light because I've seen them from the low to the high and to what they are now, and I love the guys. I love what they do, and I like the fact that they stay their own. And the New Day. The New Day is my favorite tag team. Like they became my favorite tag team of all time. That originally was the Hart Foundation, but the New Day, the way they just work together, outside, inside, everything and matter, they work as a team.
Mm-hmm.
I have like so much respect for them. I got to meet them. They were so friendly, so nice, so like they want to talk to you. They want to hear your stuff and things like that. And you don't get that a lot through wrestling people. You get them a lot, but not everybody's like that. And these are the most versatile guys that they're able to recreate themselves many times throughout this little rivalry and still be on top and still be considered one of the best tag teams now. So New Day's up there. Hart Foundation be number 2. I'll say a tag team that I like a lot. They're very Edge and Christian would be number 3.
Yeah.
Party Boys would be number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Rounding off would be Dudley Boys number 5.
Okay. See, a lot of people didn't. Less people made an impact of me as a tag team. My number 1 tag team would probably be Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
Just for like, again, they're New Days for me is number 2. Let's just put it that way. But like Edge and Christian were like they came at a different time period where they could do different stuff.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff they got to do was a lot more just over the top. So and I just like the way they did it. Like they were 2 mid-card guys, but they made it work by being a tag team, and they legendary status now.
Yeah.
Second would be New Day. Basically everything you said, but they're just so entertaining in the ring.
Yeah.
And also they showed you every side. They showed when they did that they did that cage match with the Usos, they showed you a different side. When they fight the Bar, they got a different side. And then they also show you a different side every time they wrestle because of the changing of the members.
Yeah.
And that actually helps, keep longevity in the tag team, keep you interested, because you don't know who's going to be wrestling. Number 3, I don't see this like tag teams. Maybe I would say the Hart Foundation for being one of the most entertaining of that era for me.
Yeah.
I love Neville Neihart, R.I.P. But you know what? They were the first tag team that I liked a lot, based on their uniforms as well, based on the way they color coded, based on the way they came out, mostly together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like when a tag team shares music. That's why I like the Bar so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 2 singles wrestlers came together and now they've morphed their theme into one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But also, I did like the Heart Foundation as a unit as well. Number 4, I might have to start getting into what I liked about wrestling. Number 4 is gonna be the fucking damn, what's the name of the Australian guys? The 2 crazy guys? Damn it.
Bushwhackers?
The Bushwhackers. Again, I put them on my list because not because they were great, but it's kind of like they are one of those things that brought me into wrestling.
Yeah.
These 2 dudes that just used to do that wacky ass dance. They used to. What other tag team or what other wrestlers could come into a Royal Rumble, get instantly thrown out, and just keep doing the same move? That was the funniest shit I think I've ever seen. I forgot which one it was, but when he came in, got thrown instantly out, and literally kept doing his walk all the way back to the back.
Yeah,
that shit had me dying. They weren't Family Matters. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like they were kind of they had crossover appeal just because they were so nuts. And they were just, for me, just part of one of the reasons I like wrestling. You could have your very good technical wrestlers, you could have your good showmen, but you can also have some real just silly shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they found a way to be silly and keep it entertaining. So that's why they are number 4. I want to say Hardy's is number 5. I feel bad putting them after the Bushwhackers, but like they mean something special to me. So yeah, it would be Hardy's. It'd be Hardy's.
Yeah. And last but not least, Neville.
Yeah.
Neville returns to Dragon Gate. He had his first match in Dragon Gate since last year, and he looks great. He looks shredded.
He's still angry.
And he's still angry.
Still a bad guy.
I think he's going to be in Dragon Gate for a little bit, and then I could see him going to New Japan eventually.
Also, I didn't know he was one of the people that helped put that place on the map. Like I know he did. Daniel Bryan was one of the few people that came over there and made a name for themselves in Dragon Gate.
Generico.
Yeah, Generico. Wow, see, I didn't know about him.
Yep.
Were they there at the same time?
No.
Okay.
Probably. I could be wrong.
Okay. But either way, like, just finding that out and just seeing that the dude's wrestling somewhere he's happy and comfortable, good.
Yeah.
Good. Go do it.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to see is them not wrestling. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I'm happy to see him back, though. He'll be in Dragon Gate for a bit. I could see him going to New Japan eventually. But, I'm just happy to see him back.
Nice.
Last but not least, check out the Up Down Down. They are doing a Tekken tournament. First episode was Kofi versus Selena Vega.
Nice.
And they'll have more episodes than that. Other than that, that's it.
I mean, we can shout them out too because they had it wasn't a tournament, but they had the champion of UFC, Jack Gallagher versus Buddy Murphy. This is before the pay-per-view. Yes. And Buddy got his ass whooped.
Jack Gallagher fucks up everybody in that game.
He is good, and he is real good in that game.
He made Makazi fucking eat these hot peanuts. And he felt bad because he made him eat every single one, and he didn't taste one of them at all.
Wow. Damn.
But then again, you also remember, Jack Gallagher was an MMA fighter.
This is true.
He knows how to work the game.
He learns real quick. Like you watch him string together the combos and stuff. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah. He's real good.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. This is Merc the Mike. That's Louis Beans. Catch us on all our social medias on Facebook at Red Cyclo Inc. and the Wrestling Babble. Instagram, Merc with the Mike and Red Cyclo Inc. Twitter, the same thing. WordPress, Red Cyclo Inc. And YouTube, Red Cyclo Inc. and Merc with the Mike. Now, and also Guest Better I Swear coming up next. Also check out our SoundCloud pages of Recycling Inc. and Mark with the Mic. All the podcasts before and after are there. We even have playlists by month.
Yes, sir.
So that's all. Always remember, follow Jenkins.
Sandwiches.
You can stun him if you like.
Yeah, I think he knows how to sell.
No! He became a Street Fighter character.
Pretty much.
Check us out on everything and give us a like, subscribe, and follow. And always, again, follow Jenkins as well. Peace out. Laters.
Peace.